All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces, bright and early for their daily races, going nowhere, going nowhere. Their tears are filling up their glasses, no expression, no expression. Hide my head, I wanna drown my sorrow. No tomorrow, no tomorrow. And I find it kinda funny, I find it kinda sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad world. Children waiting for the day they feel good. Happy birthday, happy birthday. And to feel the way that every child should sit and listen, sit and listen. Went to school and I was very nervous. No one knew me.
Depression runs in families, and there is good evidence saying it is partially genetic. But there are also social and cultural reasons, things like bullying, technology, and even poverty.
And I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad world. Enlarging your world. Mad world.
When you see a student that could possibly be going through depression, do you approach them or do you let them approach you?
I will approach the student. I would not ask the student if they were depressed. I would just engage in casual conversation to see if they open up or share with me any information that might give me some insight. Sometimes it could just be a bad day, a fight with a friend, or a one-time occurrence that has the student upset.
How do you help students battling depression?
I always gave students a safe place where they could come and talk. However, I always reached out to a parent to make sure they have ongoing help, whether it's through a therapist, medical doctor, or other counseling services.
If a student has a bad home life, do you invoke the parents when helping the child?
We have to invoke parents. In cases where I feel the parent may not be equipped as I would like, I walk them through the process of getting help. Having a school nurse and social worker have been a huge help in getting students help.
How do you handle suicidal students?
Once I have determined a student is suicidal, I do not leave the student alone. I call the parent right away and require that they pick up the student immediately. I tell the parents that their child has to be evaluated before they can return to school, with documentation that they have gone through an evaluation process.
What tips would you give when dealing with students going through depression?
When dealing with depressed students, it's important that they have a safe place to come and talk to if they need to. Secondly, they must also be receiving medical care outside of school. Students cannot be successful in school if their depression is not being managed by medical professionals. I have seen students crash at school when they are not being managed appropriately.
I did my best to notice when the call came down the line. Up to the platform of surrender I was brought, but I